morning, Lisa.
Good morning,
Welcome
Jen.
to the Morning Muffin, your morning carbo load of real estate. How are you today?
I'm doing really good this morning. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. I'm good. Which do you like it better? Do you like it better with the big view or do you like the close up better?
I think the close-up is better.
Okay.
No?
I I don't know. I always feel like I can see my face. I don't know how to hide it. Maybe I can make your face bigger. How do I do that?
What?
No.
No,
What are these different?
I think you're playing with it. Now I can
I
only
know
see
I
you.
am playing with it.
Anyway,
I've never played with it before. Okay. Today we are talking about our local lending partners. Yay!
yay.
We,
We have our
we already met
favorites.
some of them. Yes. Because let's see, we did Jodi Hippin when we talked about the
Foreclosure.
buying with a forbearance.
Buying with
And
a
that was
foreclosure.
our
Mhm.
very first forbearance series and then we had Michelle Scholl, which is buying during COVID. And so we've had so many people that have been curious about lending and who to call and what to talk about. But before we get started, I wanted to talk to people a little bit about RESPA.
Okay, let's talk about RESPA.
Okay. Um, I have to look it up again what it stands for. I looked it up.
Well, you know what? I think we should talk a little bit about when you're buying real estate, really there's three partners that you have that work as a team, right? There's your realtor, that's us, and there are your lenders, and there is your title company. And we all work as a team. We work together.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not just dealing with one of us, you're dealing with all three of us throughout the transaction. So it's really, really important that you're working with well qualified, really good people, because just like some real estate agents, let's be honest, kind of suck. Some lenders aren't so great.
Okay, so we have to talk about this really quickly. So you say there's three people that we work with, but now there's the other silent people that we work with, the seller, the seller's agent, underwriting,
Right.
right? And the appraiser. And so these are all people that these three people talk to that you don't have to. Like we take over the communication. And a lot of times when there's problems, it's these people, not these people.
Well,
Right?
that's true, but we still need really good partners because, you know, there's good people and bad people in all industries, but we have very trusted people that we work with that we have been working with for years that we know are going to bring you across the finish line. And that's the purpose, is to get you across the finish line, because just because you want to buy a house doesn't mean you're going to be able to buy a house. You have to have a partnership and a team. So,
Right. And it all comes down to, I think these three people, sorry, I don't remember which hands, these three people are what can make these four people feel invisible or obnoxious. So when there's a problem, it's how these three people handle it, which is why we choose people to work with on our team for their professional, for their attitude, for their partnership, for their care for the client, for their communication. I mean, this is why these people are so important.
so important. Yeah.
So important. Okay,
And
but
we
RESPA,
vetted everybody that we work with very well.
yes, RESPA is the Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act. And then there's also TRID, which is like the another one that you don't really have to worry about. It's mostly disclosures. But the big thing about RESPA is people talk a lot about why we work with these people. And the biggest thing that comes to mind is kickbacks, right? Are we getting paid from any of these people? And the answer is no, absolutely
No.
not. We pick these people, like I said before, for their communication, for their attitude, for their professional abilities, and things like that. Now, there are and were some problems. That's why something was developed and changed in 2016 to clarify this more, especially in writing. So, like Keller Williams has Keller Mortgage. We have to disclose that in writing, and the client has to sign that. Edina Realty has Edina Mortgage. Results or Remax Results has Results Mortgage. So all of this has to be disclosed in writing so you understand that you're paying them, not us. There's no crossover, things like that, but we have to disclose it that there is a partnership. I actually don't use those because I'm a firm believer in consumerism and also communication skills and styles and things like that. And you really get to know the people you work with, and you get friendships, and you get, like with like. So, and they can be very complimentary to you. So I haven't found or given Keller Mortgage a chance. Maybe I could in the future, but it would be to the detriment of my lending partners that I already have in this relationship. Is that how you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't used Keller Mortgage either. I know there might be some advantages. I've heard they're a newer company. I like people to have worked out the glitches, and I know there had been some glitches in the beginning. I don't know if they're resolved, but I like working with smaller companies too. I mean, I'm still a small business owner. I consider myself a business owner. But when I had another business, I appreciated that my clients worked with a small business. I believe, like we've talked about many times, we want to work with people who are smaller instead of a big conglomerate. Yeah. Are you there?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm here. I know.
For a second, I couldn't hear you.
Gotta love our COVID world here with technical difficulties. Okay. Do you want to start, or should we do some of the have scenes, or should we show some new faces?
Either way, you just go for it. We'll talk about Michelle, because Michelle, we already had her on the show the other day. So Michelle Shull and I have been working together for about 4 years, and we ended up, I met her because she came to an open house that I was hosting, and we happened to live on the same street. But Michelle's been in the mortgage industry for over 20 years. I know that. And she is with Alaris Mortgage. Alaris Mortgage is very well respected in our industry. There are some mortgage companies that are better than others, and some that we don't necessarily want to work with because maybe they don't dot their I's and cross all their T's in the manner that we want them to. But I think Michelle is really good. She has done some amazing work for some of my clients and who have had some credit issues. And I know for a fact that had I referred, and I'm thinking about one client in particular, had I referred that client to another lender, the lender would have given up. And so that's what I really love about Michelle, is she's going to work with you until the job is done. And she can get you across the finish line. And that's the important thing. So that is Michelle. And then the other lender that I'd like to talk about is Zingla Mary Piri. And he is with...
Hold on. That was a mouthful.
That was a mouthful. His name... Okay. His name is Zingla Mary Piri, but he goes by Mud. So I will just refer to him as Mud. He's with Annie Mac. And Annie Mac is a really good company as well. He is the branch manager. And you know what I love about Mud is he has actually gone to people's homes for me when they were unable to upload their documents, because we do so much of this work electronically. You don't have to meet with your lender in person, But one of the things that I just watched their video this morning. They have a video. I recommend watching it. Is, it's not just about what you say on paper. It's really the whole picture. And so I love that he goes that extra mile to really work with people. And he has gotten some of my other clients across the finish line that I didn't necessarily think were going to do it, because he goes that extra mile. And especially and I work with a lot of immigrants there's some language barriers sometimes, and there's some technological difficulties sometimes. And he just goes that extra mile. So I really like that about him.
Well, and let's be honest, like, there's all kinds of people in this world. There's some disorganized people that are like, I have the paperwork, I don't exactly know what it looks like, I got a box, will you come help me? Like, it sometimes I'm that person. Sometimes the loan officer is that person. You got elderly people that, you want to talk about technology. They have no desire. There's the conspiracy theorist that's afraid to upload things, very valid points also, by the way. Sure. There are so many valid points. So those house calls mean the world to people when they do that. And if somebody's willing to go above and beyond and reach out on that personal level and hold your hand, literally hold your hand, although it's COVID. COVID, we don't recommend holding hands anymore. And, going into people's houses is a danger now. So to be able to have that person that's willing to do that and say, you know what, I'll meet you, or bring it to my office, or, it goes a really long way, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. There's no question about it.
All right. Well, I am going to share mine, one of which you guys have already met. She is a loan officer that I met way back when she used to be with PHH. And this is Jodi Hippin. You met her on our foreclosure forbearance series, deferment forbearance series. And she was the one that said, how to buy with a forbearance on your record. I met her when I was first with Coldwell Banker, which I've been with them twice, but I'm now with Keller. I've been with Keller twice, moved around a little bit, but she is amazing because she's one of those people that does the house calls. Also, I think she's got a little bit of bibbity boppity boo. She is definitely a fairy godmother, if there was one.
I was going to ask what bibbity boppity boo meant. But you clarified.
She is like a lending fairy. She's always sparkly and bejeweled and happy and gregarious. I have to say that she's so lovable that you can't help. But she's like, if I were to have, which I don't, if my son were to have a fairy godmother, she would be it. She took very good care of me. She's wonderful. And so she's really great. She works with Wintrust Mortgage now. She's moved around a little bit as well. Wintrust is in Eagan. She's got underwriters there. She can go knock on their door. She works with a manager there. I've done personal loans with her as well. She's amazing, and very, very great with those tough clients that when they need hand holding. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then I've got some more. I've got one. So there are some people that are very busy. Loan officers. Yes. Here, hold on. I feel like I lost some of my tabs. Oh, no, I just have so many open. I have to scroll through it. Okay, I'm going to share this one. This is Ellen Sinky. I like Movement Mortgage. Movement Mortgage is 100% digital, okay? So you can they have an app where you can literally screenshot your documents and upload them to them. So this is for the person where, they can pull up your tax records. They can pull up your W-2s. They've partnered with, like the work number and things like that to get your information for you. And you just have to agree to certain things, but they're really great. And they're really, really fast. Their underwriters work 24 hours a day from home all over the US. And I've seen a loan, which a conventional no issues loan with say a very easy buyer, conventional, usually takes about 30 days. I've seen them do it in 16.
Oh, that's amazing.
They're amazing. Now, that is when appraisers and stuff weren't backed up like they are right now. So, the low interest rates and refinancing has backed things up a little bit. So closings are taking a long time. Refinancings are taking even longer. I heard somebody quoted last month in November that they weren't able to get a refinance until February.
What?
Yeah, it's just they're so busy.
Well, I would
So
say if that's the case, if you're looking to refinance and somebody says that you can't refinance until February, you need to reach out to us to find somebody to help you find somebody that can get you refinanced before then. I know appraisers are backed up quite a bit.
Yeah.
But we can find you
and then
somebody.
I have one last one. I know we're running a little long right now, but I love him so much. I really want to set him up. I feel like, you know how we talked about, I feel like a Yenta when I'm with him. He's such a great guy. This is Zach Hernandez. I love him. I want him. Well, not like love, but I think he's a really great guy. He's got a daughter. She plays basketball. He coaches basketball, for kids. He's just this really amazing guy. I think he might be single.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
pretty sure. I know. He's amazing. He's
Okay, so
amazing.
what company is he with? It doesn't say here.
It doesn't say. Let me pull it up. Sorry. Edge Home Finance Corporation.
Okay.
It is actually a broker. So let me get back to this. And so they work with not just one lender, but many lenders to try to find the best solution for you. And it's very personalized and very good. And you want to talk about a can-do attitude. This guy is the can-do guy. He's great. He's amazing.
Okay. Sounds good.
I know. And also, I always tout, I love to be able to try to help, in banking, anything you can do to help minorities and things like that. I know I'm going to tout on it. I always do, but it's important because, we have to support all these people went out and got a license. It's important. These people, God, that sounds horrible. Aren't they horrible? I am the problem. See, we have to help. Go out there, find somebody, help everyone. Okay?
Okay. Sounds good. I think we've got a lot of great options, but we are running long. We're at 18 minutes.
Running long. 18 minutes. Okay. Well, tomorrow is Financial Friday. What do we got? Do you remember?
No.
I don't remember either. Oh, yes. Oh, speaking of which, the best thing ever. Here, let me stop sharing this screen. We have divorce.
Is that what we're talking about tomorrow?
Divorce. Yeah. Financial Fridays.
Okay.
It's talking about divorce. Divorce is a great topic. Did you know 50% of Americans are divorced, Lisa?
Yeah, I did.
I'm divorced. You're divorced.
I'm not divorced. I'm not divorced.
No,
I'm separated.
Separated. Well, then maybe this is the episode for you.
Oh. Okay.
All right, you guys.
We'll be talking about me tomorrow. Okay.
No,
have a great
day.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.